Yes,
Yeah.
well remembered. It is a colourless toxic liquid used as an organic solvent. Mathematical term linked to coordinates, obviously.
Sure.
D rations also there for 9. Which one that?
Lot of them.
Let's tell you about regal as a noun. It's a small portable reed organ of the 16th and 17th centuries.
Really? Well.
Yes, invite is absolutely fine. Puny, you do need the Y. Nothing else. Thank you. Well, nice tweet, this time from John Dutton. He's wondering about the area in London known as the Isle of Dogs and where it took its name from. So the Isle of Dogs, for those who aren't familiar with it, is an 800-acre sort of tongue of land, really, that juts into the Thames opposite Deptford, and a lot in its time. So it's moved in and out of prosperity, became a really important centre of trade with the creation of the West India Docks. At the Second World War, the Luftwaffe bombed it so that it was almost entirely destroyed. And then the London Docklands came along and it saw again much more sort of trade and importance, if you like. But its name has been a real mystery. And if you look, I don't know if you've heard of a really famous reference book called Brewer's Dictionary of Phrase and Fable. In 1898, one edition of Phrase and Fable attributes the name to this. It says, so called from being the receptacle of the greyhounds of Edward III. Some say it's a corruption of the Isle of Ducks, and that is so called in ancient records from the number of wildfowl inhabiting the marshes. But there are so many other theories as well. So one is that it was a nickname of contempt, and Samuel Pepys kind of refers to the unlucky Isle of Dogs, as though anyone living there would have a dog. It said that dead dogs were washed up occasionally on the banks of the Thames, where the Isle now stands. That's kind of sad history, but probably the best explanation is actually a later king, Henry VIII, kennelled his dogs here as well as deer around Greenwich Park. But it's got a kind of nice sort of circular, not a twist, but a link really to the Canary Wharf, which is not too far away, and that was built in 1936 for unloading and storing fruit from the Canary Islands, derived from the Canaria Insula, meaning the Isle of Dogs, not named after the birds. The bird came later, but it was because when explorers discovered the Canary Islands, they noticed these huge hounds that apparently were wandering the beaches.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
16 with the 2 E's, absolutely fine. Yep, very good. Yes, lichen. It just forms that kind of leaf-like.
Sure.
Yes, covered in lichen. Absolutely fine. Officials who sing liturgical music and lead prayers and...
Were known as, that was the extended version
yeah,
of
I think
Calm.
it's just dated term, automobile.
Tomorrow?
See you very soon.
Excellent.